One more thing that we can do with ARKit is to measure real-life distances. So let's start by building a new Xcode project, which is going to be augmented reality app as usual. So I'm going to call this measure. Next, create. As usual, I'm just going to the view controller and clean this up quickly. So another thing I need to do is in the main storyboard. Here you see that we have our AR scene view, and if you try to add something on top, let's say a button, it just removed this AR scene view completely, so that's not good. What we need is to delete this. So now we have a very empty view controller, and what we need to do is to add a UI view like this. So now we have a view controller with a safe area, which would be the exact same as if you just drag and drop a normal view controller. And that's going to help us to add some UI kit elements. Great, so here if you now go back and select an ARKit scene view, here you can just drag it back in here and add some constraints. So 0 everywhere. Okay, so this might look good, but if you look at iPhone 10, you will see that it didn't actually go all the way to the bottom here. So we can delete this one, the constraint, the bottom constraint. Now drag this all the way down, and now we can add a 0. Okay. And if you look at the orientation in portrait mode, the same happened as well. So the right way to do this really is to select iPhone 10 straight away. And in here, you've got your view with a safe area, and you would just add your ARKit scene view, and drag it all the way here, where you can add top and bottom, and then orientate and drag to add, let's make sure you can see this, left and right. Okay, so let's go back to normal. All right, so we've got our AR scene view, and now if I want to try and add, say, a label, for example, which we are going to use, I'm going to put this right in the center, and you see now I can have my label on top of my AR scene view. Great. So this label is going to be white, and I'm going to make this 34. Yeah, 34. And in here, if I click on, so keep the keys Control, Command, and space to open your emojis. You will probably see this. And if you go to bullets and stars, you will see that we have a circled bullet. So that's the one I'm going to use. I can now close this, hit enter, and there we go. Okay, so this is just going to be a first shot at doing this app. And later we will make sure that we have something in 3D that shows us exactly where our point will be. But I want to show you how a 2D interface here is good, but not good enough, and we'll go a bit further towards the end of this section. Right, so this is now, this needs to be centered horizontally and vertically in the container, so that's done. And obviously we deleted our AR scene view, so we need to make sure that we link it back. So this scene view here, I'm just going to drag and make sure that now it is back to, it's connected back to my scene view here. Excellent, so that's all I need really in the storyboard. In the art.scn assets, I've got this ship that I'm not going to use. So I'm just going to delete that for now. I'm going to, even delete this. And for now, we don't need anything else. So let me just run this to show you how this looks. So there we go. We've got our AR scene view, and we've got our little circled dot on top. We are now all set. In the next section, in the next lecture, sorry, I'm going to show you how to perform a hit test so we can add points into the real world.